Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, the weather finally stabilized this past weekend as we head into another stormy week, but a lot of guys got out and really hit the ice with families, you name it. A lot of people were out on the ice this weekend and had some decent success out there. And as far as the reports are concerned, the walleye bite up in the Northeast continues to be basically the same lakes we've talked about in recent weeks. They include Bitter, Waubay, Reed, Indian Springs, Opitz, Reeds, as well as Enemy Swim, and a couple of new ones, Kempeska, as well as Casey's Slough. Then down the southeastern part of the state, lakes continue to do well, include Dry, Ponset, you have to sort quite a bit, a lot of smaller ones there, as well as East and West Oakwood. Thompson's been picking up lately. Also Henry has been doing well. 81 Ponds, Sinai, Madison, there's a sleeper right there, folks. Diamond, Twin, Vermilion, as well as Wall. Now, what have guys been using as far as the baits of choice for the walleyes? A lot of rattle jigs, buckshot rattle spoon, the Lindy rattling flyer, but also some other ones that have been working quite well. They include the Shiver Minnow, the Rippin' Raps by Rapala, as well as the Sebile Vibrato. Again, some really nice jigs that have been working this past week. Then as far as the perch bite is concerned, lakes that continue to produce perch include Bitter, Indian Springs, Bullhead, as well as Waubay, Ponset, Thompson, Sinai, Madison, as well as Big Stone. And then the crappie bite continues on Sinai, as we've all heard, was a small town up there to say the least. And then also Thompson, Ponset, and then Kempeska. Then what have guys been using as far as the panfish bite is concerned? A lot of Trigger X plastics, clam plastics have been working quite well, as well as live baits such as waxworms, small minnows, and then also maggots have worked well. But as far as jigs are concerned, a lot of VMC wax tail jigs, the regular version, as well as the tungsten variety, and then also the custom jigs and spins, Shrimple and Wrestle have been worked really well, and I think it's mainly that tail action that's really been triggering the bite. Folks, in this week's version of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about electronics. We're going to talk about depth finders as well as cameras, and what we want to talk about with the depth finders is really, and also the electronics, is taking care of your battery. All too often people come in and they haven't charged a battery in a while and the battery fails and doesn't last very long. So again, it's critical to take care of that battery. So when you come home after a fishing trip, the best thing that you can do at that point in time is put it on the charger and let it charge before you forget. Again, also during the summer, we're a long ways away from that, but to charge it every month. Charge it frequently if you don't go out there that often. So again, the main thing is you go out, come home, charge your battery. Then we also want to talk about electronics is how to properly use them as far as depth finders are concerned. All too often people will sit there and say they can't see a fish coming in or whatever. Here's what you need to do. Basic operation, whether or not you're talking about a hummingbird, Vexlar, or Markham. Have that transducer flush with the bottom of the ice. Have your gain set to 0, and then drop your jig down without any bait on it. Have it all the way, dropping it all the way down, and it should stay green all the way down to the bottom. If you don't, turn your gain up just a little bit until you see that jig. If you crank that gain up too high, that jig's going to be really red, and you're not going to see the fish. You're going to get a lot of background noise, so that's critical. And as far as cameras are concerned, again, folks, remember, the clarity of that camera is a function of the clarity of the water. They're only really useful during times of daylight. So again, they're basically useless outside of the window of a half hour after sunrise and a half hour before sunset. But if you have any questions, give us a call here at the store at 605-336-9132, or stop on by the store and we'll be more than happy to show you around. And again, remember, all those electronics are on sale right now. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, please send it to me. Send it to Todd at DakotaAngler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. And folks, before we end this week's report, I want to remind you of an ongoing sale. A lot of our larger ticket items, such as shacks, augers, electronics, clothing, it's all on sale. So stop on by here at the store and see what remains, and I can guarantee you, you won't be disappointed. Speaking of not being disappointed, check out our jig selection. I don't think anyone has a larger ice fishing jig selection anywhere around here. So again, stop on by here at the store and check it out. If you have any questions, give us a call at 605-336-9132. Well, folks, for Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp. And as we say around here, fish on. We'll see you next time. And again, thanks for watching.